McIntyre. We were talking before about like how you got started, and with my friend Tallulah over here. And I was just thinking how I don't think anything has changed since a very early age. Like, not that I played music at a very early age, but I sort of played in the basement, coming up with, like little stories and like acting things out and like, stuff like that. And I would say I'm definitely still doing the same thing now. I have been playing guitar for a long time. My first song was about my neighbor named Erica, and I just seem to be writing songs about people, and some are real, some are fake. I've been playing music since, I guess that was around 11, and I play a lot of guitar for a lot of different people, like full-time guitar player, I get to do a lot of different things, which is pretty great. I get to meet a lot of really interesting people, and especially like to be in creative environments where people are trying to say what they really want to say, I guess, and I try to help. And then I write songs, and I just put out my first full-length album. Thank you. Yeah, it almost killed me, and I almost deleted it, like the whole thing, because it was not because I didn't love the music. I love how the music came out, but when you put out music, I don't know, I just way overthought it. And so I also made a second one, which is about to come out too. So that's a good thing happens when you're sitting on it for a while. But I'm super proud of it, and you can find me. My full name's Mark McIntyre, but on Spotify and on Instagram and whatever, it's called Orchard. Kind of because I've been playing with a lot of different groups and played with a lot of different people, and it just, I don't know, it felt good. What else can I tell you? That's probably it. I had a residency for a while at this place called the 55 Bar in Greenwich Village, which recently just closed down from a hit from the pandemic. So looking for a new spot. But anyway, I have one very, very short song, and then one not very, very short song. Yeah. How's this level? Is this good? All right. Thanks. Man, everyone's warmed up. All right. Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Thank you. I cannot shake you loose. How deep did you embed? The city lights are in your eyes and tears from your head. Can you count the way it feels on your hands? We can count all of the pleasures we can love on our hands. Thanks. The next one, I was just thinking backstage, I wasn't even playing this, but I just kind of want to. This is kind of half quotes from my grandma. She, first of all, if you ever have, I don't know if anyone in their family has Alzheimer's, but they feel everything, even if they can't remember. Everything. And one day she sat me down, like she didn't always remember who I was, but she remembered. She would always say, like, we've been friends for a very long time, stuff like that. And I was like, yeah. And I never like corrected her, because it was just, I hated when people did that. But I was like, yeah, we have. Or she was like, we went to school together, right? And I'd be like, yeah. Or, we would kind of change like every time. But she knew that we were familiar. And she sat me down once and she was like, don't get too caught up in being anything. Don't try to regret like too much. Just don't be weighed down by stuff like that. And anyway, fast forward, my grandpa passed away, and someone came up to her and was like, it was brought up that if she was a former girlfriend of my grandpa. And my grandma, just like, she was like, I don't want to just say all the lines of the song, but this was her response. Among some other little bits from her. Oh, don't worry about it. It ain't no thing. 60 years is a sentence. Was made on our wedding day. We don't have time enough anymore to waste our time away. It's an awful thing to lose. Tell me, don't he look handsome in his suit? What a deal they made for us. $20 for two. Well, I will stick you right in your sides if you try to take that picture away. It's an awful thing to lose the ones that you love, and this old house sure gets quiet. And if you think about regretting, don't regret too much. And when something starts to bother you, don't you get too caught up. So now, Martha, don't you worry. It was before we met. They promise us eternity, but that's not what we get. No, don't worry about it. It ain't no thing. 60 years is a sentence made on our wedding day. Well, I will stick you right in your sides if you try to take that picture away. It's an awful thing to lose the ones that you love, and this old house sure gets quiet. So if you think about regretting, don't regret too much. And when something starts to bother you, don't you get too caught up. Santa Martha, don't you worry. It was before we met. They promise us eternity, but that's not what we get. Thank you. All right, who's got questions? When she was alive, I think no, but we did sing songs. Like she, she and my grandpa just kind of like were always singing songs. They knew more songs than any of us, and they would always be like humming it. Like she would sing this one all the time. It's like, here we are, out of cigarettes, holding hands and yawning. Look how late it gets. And then she'd be like, boo, 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 boo. She would just kind of like, she would just like go from there. And so we kind of like, especially when she was like feeling like obviously stressed out, I would just start humming something and she would like do this thing with her hands, so she would, so kind of, not that one in particular. Thank you. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Definitely. I have a lot of thoughts on that. So I'll start. I'm sorry, I'll talk in the mic and I'll look at the camera. No, uh, um, so this, like, don't worry about, like, it's kind of just like how she said it, kind of, well, a lot of it was really just very spoken, so I don't even feel like I'm exactly like singing it even, it's kind of like, it's kind of like not even, it's almost like quantized or something, like it just found its, notes or whatever, but I wonder about the chords, like, like I try to, like in your songs, like when something gets more intense, I'll add like a little more dissonance, because like I'll feel like I want you to be serious about, like this is a serious thing that we're saying, so it's definitely, for me, it's a lot of digging and like a lot of experimenting. Like usually when I write a song, I play it like thousands of ways. I just play it basically until I like it. Because like I know I like want to say something, but I also get really, like when I hear like some music, I'll be like, okay, or not really from other people, but like from me, I'll be like, yeah, okay, but like, cause I always like I try to take it further than my like initial impression maybe, but I've also definitely written tons of stuff where I was like really like overcomplicating it, and I was like, this is gonna be like as soon as it like starts being not about the song itself, it loses all of its everything. It's like totally pointless. So I would say your songs probably have everything that they need. But yeah, I mean, it's fun to just kind of keep it, keep exploring it. Yeah. Yeah. This first one, this kind of, I did a lot of like biking around the city, like at night, like one of my favorite things to do is like to, and it's funny actually now that I'm saying this, this has nothing to do with the inspiration for this song at all. But like when you ride around the city at like 3 a.m., you can kind of like own the whole place, and so like, and then yeah, I would say people a lot of time inspire my songs, like people I have like that I think like haven't like maybe said what they wanted to say, or like something that like can't be talked about, or something like, you know, like the playing in the basement thing is kind of like you can say whatever you want here, and sometimes I'll just make it up. I'll just say something that or make up a scenario that I wish was real, or you know, yeah, just very sandbox kind of, you know, playing in the sandbox. Yeah. Yes, Tallulah. Oh. Ooh, this is an alley oop right here. So, um, so Tallulah is an amazing singer, and she sings on a bunch of the album, and the album is called Eras, Eras by Orchard. It's on all streaming platforms. Yeah, actually, neither of those songs are on the album. Um, uh, but don't worry, they're coming. Um, but the one that I think maybe you might want to check out is called All for Free, which is also kind of like a two part situation that is it it's it's itself, and then it's its opposite, I guess is all I'll say. It gets much more, it starts for sort of melancholic and pretty, and you're like, okay, yeah, like, we're working through some feelings and stuff, and then the second half is very kind of like middle fingers up, catharsis, or something like that. Yeah, it's journey, a lot of journey music. So, yeah, Eras and All for Free, I would say. Mm. Favorite Who songs? I don't know Benjamin Gibbard. Oh, so this is my exact response to that. I learned that whenever anyone tells you that you sound like something, it's probably because they like Death Cab, or like they like the thing that they're referring to. I don't know a single Death Cab for Cutie song, to be totally honest. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. No, but I used to get like, like, I don't want anything to sound like anything, and of course everything sounds like something to someone. So I learned that how. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, man, what else do you guys think? What? Yeah, yeah. Thank you, thank you. Um, yeah. Um, well, yeah, yeah. So let's see. I play a lot with this. Well, with Tallulah's music, first of all, but play with this singer named KJ Denhart. Been in her band for about 8 years, and she's kind of like yeah, real inspiration, and yeah, kind of like if you imagine like Joni Mitchell, but like way funkier. Yeah, she's kind of like that. We're playing soon. Come talk to me about it. But yeah, I played with her. I played with Billy Ray Cyrus once. That was cool. That was my name drop. Uh, but it was one time for very briefly. And yeah, I mean, kind of there's this just massive. I'm sure many of you are in it or around it, but there's just this massive scene in Brooklyn of people making cool creative music. And like yesterday, I'll do one more shout out for a specific name. Yesterday I did a recording session all day with this string quartet called the Bergamot Quartet, and they're like a new music ensemble, and they blew my mind. I'm still buzzing from hearing them do what they do. So I don't exactly play with them, although we recorded yesterday, but I'll give you a full list once I remember everyone's name right now. Yes. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Man, that's a great question. I'm really glad that people care, like, or like that you listened. Like, I don't know, it's cool. Yeah, I guess like, you know, first of all, just playing. Usually, I prefer to play with other people, so it's like trying to like recreate, a pulse. So, and it kind of sits like here. So but it's also very small. Like, it feels very small to me. And then when it opens up, you want it to feel like, So, yeah, it's more like it's kind of like a blood pressure thing. I feel like how intense do you want it to feel? So I guess it's intentional. And like this kind of like fast, like dexterous things, very like pedally and But yeah, I think it's mostly just trying to make it somewhat enjoyable without bass and drums, probably. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, we got one more. Okay. Yeah. Mhm. Oh. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Mhm. Um. Yeah. Yeah. I guess a super technical answer is I was like this string quartet that I was talking about. I was working on for the last few weeks. I haven't been playing or singing, and so before um like right before I went on, I was just like, man, I gotta tune my guitar down because I was like, I can't sing that high right now. I'd be like, even now I'm sort of like croaking a little bit, and so I felt like, honestly, like technically, like, wow, this is tricky right now. I'm like, and then I was like, all right, well, we're doing it, and then and then and then I started to feel first of all, like everyone's attention feels like everyone's vibe in here feels very like open. So I feel like it's like a safe space, and I guess yeah, no bullshit. And so I started being like, oh, we're good actually, like we're good here. And so by the second song, I started to just feel much more relaxed, and I could just play the song. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And Mark, could I actually have you answer the haunted instrument question into the mic this time?
Oh. Okay. Well, my official answer is not piccolo, not recorder, but any sort of slide instrument I'll take happily. Like I guess I would say lap steel or saw or like anything like that would be great. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, whose ringtone is a milli? Nice. All right, so before we end this formal portion of the evening, I want to open up the floor for people to raise their hands for anything that they have to offer or seek, anything that they'd like to connect with others.